Did you know about the F1 2012 cars are publishing to Roblox, but it is exactly really not cool enough because some aerodynamic designs are ugly and even the cars look so blocky like Minecraft blocks in the front nose. So like I say, get ready for the hardest racing games in the past and let's enjoy this video. Alright, every pony, Super Concept here, and welcome to F1 2012. We are now revisiting to the F1 2012 because this game is literally 4 years old. So even time we got some manufacturers or the F1 teams for sure. We got the crowds going on and the sponsorships, and before the crowd starts. So this is the world's hardest game that you ever seen this before. So we are going to drive all the way around the track because it must be the hardest game whatever it is. So even I wanted to drive some vehicles, we got current manufacturers and sponsorships or teams like something like that. So we currently have Scuderia Ferrari, we got McLaren, Williams, the Caterham from 2011 when Renault got 6-year ban for something like a dangerous reasons, the Red Bull Racing, Toro Rosso, Lotus F1 Team, Sauber, Force India, Marussia, Mercedes, and HRT. So we don't have any teams that you'll have to do. So we got a podium for something reason that I'm going to end the video. So I'm not allowed to go for end this video. So by the way, let's start this whole race because this is not a qualified session. So it is time for a practice for transitional. So let's drive into the HRT Formula 1 team. So some cars may respawn because it wasn't easy. It was very extremely hard. So I'm gonna try out and see what it is. So I'm going all the way down into this insane way. So it must be the impossible way. And this car must be not easy to drive, and it's way not very impossible to drive, and it's almost impossible to handle this track. So this car was very hard to handle to drive, or we didn't use this like something like this. So I'm off the track. So let's get started the lap times, but unfortunately I don't want to get a lap times. And you think my dogs are getting a bad time out there. Sorry about that because my dogs are very angry about this. So we got this trusty corner and there is a dangerous wall situation out here. If you crash this wall, so reset here and do this again. So if you crash in front of the walls, you have to try again by some time. Here goes nothing that I can survive around this track. So this handling is way more possible, and I crash in front of this because I just accidentally went for a mistake out here and another mistake around the first corner. So try not to do that. So this game might compare to this because I'm going for a later lap times by this sometime. Because this game shouldn't compare to the Robloxia Grand Prix, and the Robloxia Grand Prix is way more exactly what's easy to do so. And I almost crashed in the crash site, and this is way more better than I to do so. So I'm probably not smart anymore. At the end of this lap, because if we're almost to the end, these are the hardest corners that you might turn because the car is way more harder to handle like this, and some reason because the F1 cars doesn't do anything about it. So if I'm going to turn right or even left, it's hard to do so. But by the way, let's take this car back into the pits because it does not work properly. Looks like I'm heading back into the pits, so this car should return responsibly. So I need to head back into this headquarters because this car did not went back for so long. So we're choosing another manufacturer, and the reason why that I need to choose another manufacturer known as this So by the way, I'm going for Sauber or even Lotus. So we need another manufacturer to change in F1 team. So the next F1 team is Marussia because I can't wait to drive it around the track. So let's move on, and I don't really think so that I wanted to drive, and this is way more harder than I thought. This is where you imagine that you drive like cutting corners and really bad and satisfied drivings because of its aggressive driving. So it went go bad for a long time, very hard, and it's very dangerous to drive these cars because it's very awful to this race. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So by the way, I need some admin commands or something. So go ahead, try to do some admin stuff, but I need to return this car back into the pits or somewhere. So we need to do final thing before we end this video. Since I returned back into the pits, so let us spectate for this time some reason. So let's choose the spectate button. So I'm going to start with the spectate for something like, I don't know what is going on, so let's try that. So we're starting off a start finish line, so the cars should go around or something. The biggest start to say start to active the lights. So you have to say start on the chat. So around into the turn 1. And the cars should go around and start going having a turn 1. And there is harder on the turn 2. So this must be the cars return and having some big crashes or something like stuff and went into the big banners, and when the cars crashed instantly. And there is the biggest, I mean, this kind of banner or something, whatever. This is what it goes to do from in the long straight on turn 3 and turn 4, and another banner like this for the turn 4 and long straight. And this is where the cars were able to crash, and this is very bad that I was so confused. The cars went here and crash landing so much here. So this is where you got killed, and there is some kill blocks or something like the other turns, and the in front of the turns, so the turn 5 and turn 6 and turn 7 and rare more, and the frustrating corners. This is where the hardest corners to do some when you're in this car model or something. And there is a turns, a final couple of turns, and we got something, and it looks like, and I don't really think so. And the final spectate thingy, like here something, was the crowds, and another thing from the crowds and back into the start finish line. So anyways, that's it for this video, and I hope you to revisit this game. So unfortunately, you need to still revisit this game because this game was created on 2018, 4 years of hard in progress. So I'm going to do an outro, but not this time. So anyways, thank you for watching. So please smash like and subscribe if you're new, and it helps a lot that I wanted to do so, which will be Triple Concepts signing off, and I'll talk to you all later until the next video.